Welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast, where we mix business, law of attraction, spirituality, and well-being with great guests and phenomenal stories. You'll hear hints, tips, and up-to-the-minute information on digital communication from an expert in her field. Pearl has some wonderful individuals in her networks, and she will be interviewing them all at some point in the future. Enjoy your listening.
Well, hello and welcome to another of the Pearls of Wisdom podcasts. Now, today I'm very, very lucky. This is a first. We actually have two wonderful guests that I'm interviewing together. Very special ladies with a wonderful, wonderful message. So today I'm speaking to Beata Bikowska and Justyna Kopec, and they both run the personal brand creation. I'm going to ask both ladies, and we're going to have some bilingual information as well. So this is going to be special. This is a first, and I am so excited about this. So I will start by asking a single question, and then both ladies can answer. So first of all, ladies, what was the impetus? What was the main idea that brought you to pull together the personal brand creative ideas, and how you're sharing it? Because it's wonderful. It really is wonderful. And it's something that everyone in business needs to fully understand and needs to embrace.
I don't know if I should start or Justyna. I will say I met Justyna a few years ago. And of course, I follow her for the first few months, and I really saw huge values in her actions and everything what she do. So I become her student or her client. And growing up, like professionally under her wings, if I can say it that way, we found something what connect us more, not only business. I think it's similar values, the similar things, like we believe truly in personal brand, we believe in connections, networking, and really what's brought us together, it's the fact like we can see the values in others, and we feel like that's our mission, really, to support everyone on this world, especially lovely ladies, to grow, because that's our mission. So yes, from being a student, being a client, I can call myself now a partner. And yes, we're above personal branding creators. So now I will ask Justyna, of course, and I will translate on her behalf.
W Polsce jestem dosyć znaną osobą zajmującą się marką osobistą.
Yes, so Justyna is well known in Poland. She's from like creating personal brands.
Yeah. Yes. And Beata was my client. She find me and she follow me.
Look, I don't need to translate. She's already speaking in English.
No tak, mamy podobne wartości. Chcemy wnieść dużo dobra do życia innych ludzi i faktycznie ta droga wspólna może dotyczyć nie tylko Polski, także Europy i świata.
So we've got similar values and really the similar vision, mission, and we do believe like we can really give people a lot of good, and not only in Poland, also across the globe.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
I can remember you actually speaking about Justyna, because I believe Justyna's written a book, or probably quite a few books, and I can remember you sharing that. And we're probably, I think when Beata and I first connected, probably about 2018, Beata and I first connected, and I know she was raving about Justyna's book at that time. So there's so much information, and it's all starting to click into place now.
Yes, definitely.
Now, ladies, when you talk about brand, can you both describe to me what brand means to you? Because I think it's such a massive subject, and so many people don't understand it. And I think if you're in business, brand comes first, so we need to really understand that. So could you share exactly what you see brand means to you, please?
Of course. Justyna?
Yes. Dla mnie marketing, marka osobista w marketingu pojawiła się kilka lat temu i dla mnie to są skojarzenia, które wzbudzamy jako osoby, nad które możemy kreować.
So for Justyna, like the first idea about personal brand came to her mind a few years ago, and it's really about the thoughts, what you create or how people really connect with you, seeing you as a brand.
Yeah.
Yes, unique values about us and many good ideas. I think people need personal branding because they need wnosić wartość w życie innych ludzi.
Oh yes, it's really being like sharing sharing something important in other people's life, or like being in part of other people's lives. It's really about sharing what you have and how you can support others with everything what you've got in your, I would say, in your bag, like your knowledge, experience, and everything what you can share with people. And if I can add about the personal brand, for me, it's really, and of course that's both, I'm going to talk, I'm sure that's okay on like both of us. As we know, we've got different definition of personal brand. It's like, because logo, that's a symbol. It's not a personal brand. A picture, it's a picture. It's not a personal brand. And we truly believe like personal branding, it's really about, I think that's the latest definition from the owner of Amazon, who say like, it's something when people talk about you if you are not at present, or what emotions they will get even to thinking about you, or when they met you, or if they read your article or post, or everything what it's coming to people's head.
Yeah.
And personal brand, it's really about, to present your personality, but it's like authentic way to show who you really are. Because as I mentioned before, logo, it's just a symbol. And we can read logos or like written words from different perspectives.
Yeah.
But really the messages you are sharing across, they are, that's true. That's you. Because you are the best brand on the world.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd also say a brand can be destroyed in an afternoon if you don't use the right tone of voice, or if you don't respect it. The social media work I've done with really large brands, I've worked with Jaguar Land Rover, and I can remember when I was first introduced to the marketing team, they were working, I think it was with Wonderman or Ogilvy, and anyone that knows marketing, advertising brands, these are massive. They're based at Canary Wharf in London, so they've got massive offices. But they actually said, for one thing, they said that the Jaguar Land Rover logo was probably worth more than the company itself, because it was the brand, it stood out, and it's what people exemplified. I mean, ladies, would you agree in that if you don't get the messaging right, you could destroy all the great brand and information you've set up if you get it wrong? Marks and Spencer did this. I can remember being asked to join their social media team. I was too busy at the time, but they'd actually had someone brand new from university looking after their social media, and they looked at hashtags, and the hashtags they used were trending at the time were political, and they used those hashtags in Marks and Spencer's social posts. And of course, obviously, there was a massive reputation management piece to do from that. So, ladies, could you share anything from that, your feelings about how brand is so important and you need to all eat, sleep, breathe it, really, so that personifies you and your business.
Yes, and Paul, you mentioned like very, very important word at the beginning, because I think people think if we're talking about personal brand, it's also about reputation.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, it's very easily just to destroy reputation. As we know, we can gain the reputation or like to rebuild, but the trust will be gone. Once it's gone, sometimes it's just impossible to get it back.
Yeah.
So what it's very important in personal brand, and to make sure we're not going to destroy our brand, because our brand, it's really our first and last name, as will Justyna say. Personal brand, it's you.
Yeah.
It's really what you are, what you truly believe, your skills, your values, your knowledge, how you talk, how you communicate with people, how you interact with people. And of course, it's about product as well. Because as you mentioned about like, other companies, people think like if you've got a product, you have to focus on marketing and to sell the product. But don't forget, your brand, it's your product too. And you should really focus energy on your personal brand to make sure you will really connect with people. And if they will understand your vision, your mission, and why you want them to buy your product,
yeah,
if you believe in your product yourself, then it's true, because it's worth it, it works, and it's authentic.
Yeah.
And you are the guarantee, because if something goes wrong, people come back to you to say it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So we can review, we can talk. And as you mentioned, sometimes because of like wrong communication or like to make mistakes, we can really destroy our personal brand or our reputation. So this is why communication and how you present your personal brand, it's so important. So this is why it's not only about logos, which, as you mentioned, could cost fortunes. It's about ourselves being our own brand. What's that mean? Who I am, what I've got to share with the world, what's my offer, what it's my speciality. Because as we know, if you talk to everyone and you've got product for everyone, very often you've got product for no one.
Yeah.
Who is your best client or who is your audience? Because you will definitely talk to you will find a different way of communication if you're going to talk to young people. You're going to really, it will be different way of communication when you're going to communicate with ladies like they just started their own business, or maybe their families. And of course, you will find different ways of communicating with people like ourselves, when we can say like, we are here, we've got our own experience, not only professional, but also personal. And we know how difficult it is.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between like logo, personal brand, reputation. But so this is why how we can say it's really like you have to take care of really lots of aspects of your personal brand.
Yeah.
And communication, it's the key.
Yeah.
Because communication, because of like wrong communication, as you mentioned, you can destroy your personal brand. And very often people think communication, it's only verbal communication or written communication. But how about, graphics, pictures? Yeah. How many times people really, we learn from different perspectives. Yes, I need to read, another person needs to listen, another person needs to say it or touch it. So the communication, it's also about using, I can see your beautiful colors behind you. So that's communication as well.
Yeah.
Symbols, color, the way how you present, are everything. It's your personal brand.
Yeah. Justyna, how would you approach that question about brand reputation?
Dla mnie to znaczy to samo. Marka osobista i reputacja to jest to samo. Mam nadzieję, że dobrze zrozumiałam pytanie.
Personal brand and reputation, it's like everything. It's connected. It's in like one.
Yes, because everyone has a personal brand. Everyone has a reputation. Każdy z nas jakieś ma skojarzenia i jeśli mamy różnicę między marką firmową, za którą nie ma człowieka, to z kim my się tam komunikujemy? Najprostsza droga, najkrótsza droga w czasach pandemii jest człowiek do człowieka.
So it's a very important point because, if you've got professional brand and you don't have a person behind the brand, who are we going to communicate with? And especially right now during the pandemic and difficult time across the world, the relationship between between people, it's really, that's the main point of like communication everywhere. That's the most important relationship.
Tak, my bardzo, bardzo mocno potrzebujemy widzieć człowieka w człowieku, bo jesteśmy ograniczeni, mamy dzisiaj małe możliwości kontaktu, jest dystans między ludźmi, więc potrzebujemy tym bardziej człowieka.
Yeah, so we have to really see like people in people. We really need the direct really connections, even if it's online. We just need the relationship. We need the connections to feel like I'm not talking, I'm not connecting with machine. It's still a person across me with all values, emotions, with the whole everything what it's presenting. So it's yes.
Brilliant. These are wonderful, wonderful insights to see. And where we brought up about the logo again, I'm looking, yes, as we discuss it here, I have my Pearls of Wisdom logo behind us. But we all know, because I work with communications, if you do a brand and you've got a logo and you distort it, you're distorting your brand. So it's all very well saying, yes, you have your logo, but knowing how to use it, where to use it. And you might find that you have a different logo depending on the communication that you're using. I have my lotus flower with the hands and the pearl, but I also have the written Pearls of Wisdom with the business, spirituality, wellbeing, all included. So I can use both or I can use it together. I mean, ladies, how would you approach if someone was coming to you and saying, right, brand new client, I'm starting from scratch. Ladies, can you share what approach would you take with that?
Okay, Justyna?
Dotłumacz mi pytanie.
Przychodzi do nas klient zupełnie, od czego byśmy zaczynały budowanie marki, od czego zaczynamy w ogóle, że to jest klient, który przychodzi bez niczego do nas.
Okej. Po pierwsze zastanawiamy się, kim ty jesteś, bo jeśli jesteś ty narzędziem głównym, to musimy wiedzieć, co możemy komunikować z ciebie. Chodzi o samoświadomość, tak? O mapę kompetencji, o wartości, które masz, o to, jaką możesz mieć ofertę, czyli badamy najpierw samego człowieka. Narzędzia nie są ważne w pierwszym etapie.
Yeah, so the first step it's really to assess the whole person, because you are the most important tool in everything. So it's really about your knowledge, about your expertise, it's about your competences and your self-awareness as well, because it's very important not to forget your strengths and acknowledge your weaknesses sometimes. So it's really to start to see the person from like a really holistic approach. Who are you? And what you've got, what's your speciality, what you've got to share with the world.
Oh, wonderful.
Tak, drugim krokiem jest określenie, define your ideal client, klienta idealnego, czyli stworzenie, określenie, do kogo w ogóle mówimy, do kogo jest ten przekaz, który mamy mieć, dlatego że wtedy jesteśmy bardzo skoncentrowani na jednej drodze, na one way, na takiej jasnej drodze.
So the second step, it's really to, as you can hear, it's about the ideal client. So who is your audience? And to make sure you will find the way to communicate with right audience, with the right people. So it's like you are not, so you can focus on the one way, like that's the client, that's where I have to go, that's the group of people I would like to reach. So make sure it's very important, the clarification.
Yeah.
Who you're talking about, like what I mentioned before, it's definitely different way of talking to like young ladies, young group of people, and to talk to different group.
Tak, bo zupełnie inaczej z grup mówimy.
Yeah. So it's completely different way of communication with every single group.
W kolejnym kroku poznajemy swój archetyp, wtedy mówimy też o brandingu marki, czyli o kolorach, o logach marki, o dodatkowych elementach, które są ważne. I w czwartym kroku dopiero wybieramy narzędzia, którymi się komunikujemy, czyli social media, hashtagi, te wszystkie rzeczy, które wymagają komunikacji.
So the third step, it's really to talk about the brand archetype.
Yeah.
And then it's really focusing on like logos, colors, the way how you're going to show up as an expert in your field. Then after we can focus on tools, on like which social media will be the best platform to communicate with your clients, which way post lives, which way, sorry?
Thematic areas.
Oh yes, the themes and everything. It's really about then you can focus on like, okay, that's the right platforms. Then, okay, what kind of messages you're going to share across? What group of themes you're going to manage? As an example, we can say brand. It could be about health. It could be about business, wellness, dependent of your speciality.
So ladies, when you're working with a client, do you get them to look at personas? Because when we're looking at user research, quite often companies will ask you to look at a persona. But I like the idea of personas, and I will also do an empathy map. So I will see what the ideas are that the key audience we want to engage with is. But quite often I've seen with some of my corporate clients, when you use personas, if you use those in an introduction, media will pick up on it, and for large corporates they rip them apart. So I start with a persona, but then I go back to an authentic person. So you have the idea when you look at who is your ideal client, it's almost starting with that persona. Can you expand on that, ladies?
Yes, I think I know what you mean. It's like one person. Yes, it's just like who it is, the age, maybe the place of living, single or relationship, children, no children, but I think the biggest focus it's really about the problems or like barriers.
Needs, challenge.
It needs challenges, exactly. So it's more about what kind of difficulties they are dealing with, and we can support them with.
Yeah. I think
so. And it's this, and I think we can really say it's in like working with one-to-one, or even when Justyna is working with like big companies as well. It's about that's the client, but even as an organization, they still got their challenges. They've got needs. So what's the challenge, what the needs are, and how we can really support them to overcome those difficulties.
Yeah.
So I think that's the connection part, what you mentioned about like empathy, feeling the pain.
Yeah.
And to understand the pain from like really like human perspective, like that's what they are dealing with. It's not us to be an expert to say, oh, we know your problems. Not really. It's not about us, it's about them. So it's really to focus on person or organization to really like go deeper to check what's going behind. Sometimes, the first word or first impression, it's not always the right, sometimes you have to go a little bit deeper to really understand what's going on, truly.
Yeah. And also, I'm sure you'd agree, ladies, I'd be interested on your insight. The difference between personal social media and business social media. We've all got personal things and we use Facebook and we talk to family and friends. But when you're speaking on social media for business, it's a completely different approach. Would you agree?
Tak, mogę się z tym zgodzić, że jest różnica między komunikacją biznesową a komunikacją prywatną w mediach społecznościowych.
Yeah, so Justyna, it's in agreement, like that's different way of communication on personal, on professional accounts or like platforms and the way how you communicate from both.
Jednak ludzie, którzy nas oglądają, którzy za nami podążają, też chcą wiedzieć o nas trochę rzeczy prywatnie, ponieważ dzięki temu, że pokazujemy się prywatnie, co lubimy, jaką mamy rodzinę, gdzie spędzamy czas, oni mogą mieć połączenia z nami, mogą powiedzieć, jesteśmy tacy jak ty.
However, even if people will follow you on the personal accounts, or they still will search, or they will still go and try to check you as a person as well, because they really want to see a real person behind the brand. Do you know what I mean? Behind the logo, because behind the colors, it's a person. So they would like to know who represents the business.
Yeah.
And definitely always it's a person. So they would like, they definitely will search your personal accounts as well to see you like as a normal person, and they connect with you, they can resonate with you to say, oh gosh, she is exactly the same like me. So it's people probably will feel like there is less barriers, or the barrier will be like, oh, I can communicate with them, they are normal people, they are still it's okay to communicate with them. It's not only like a business, someone who is there, but it's a big wall between us two.
Yeah,
we are in business, but we are human.
Yeah, it's all about that authentic self.
Yes, it's about being authentic, and yes, definitely. So our idea about creating or supporting, especially ladies, to create their own personal brand, it's really about to be authentic, creating your authentic brand. Because as you know, you can play as long as you want and rules, but one day the honest truth will come up. Yeah. So that's we strongly believe, like, that's the best personal branding. It's really like the best and authentic way to create your unique image and to show your personality, to present you as an expert in your field, it's about your credibility as well. It's to really, because very often, if we've got experience working with ladies, and it's very often like, if you will ask them about 5 bad things about themselves, oh gosh, that's very easy. I don't like my hair, I don't like my, that's I'm not good with. But to find the way to really to say, like, that's me, I've got values in me, I've got knowledge, I've got experience. So it's really about helping people to give themselves more credit as well. Yeah. It's to really say, look, that's your brand, and you've got a lot to offer. Yeah. And the world, it's really waiting for you. So it's about trust as well, because the way, if you're authentic, the trust, as we mentioned before, you can, with reputation, sometimes we've got good, bad reputation, but once trust is gone, it's gone. Yeah. It will be difficult to gain the trust again. Of course, by creating your personal brand, look about the possibilities. I think, thank you, my personal brand, or our personal brand, we are here with you today. so that's the possibilities, like, to be visible, and people will reach us, or people, if we will reach people to say, that's us and that's what we would like to offer, of course, people will check us. That's normal. That's what we do as well before we're going to connect with people. But they can see, the authentic, the real us.
Yeah,
where we are.
Definitely, and I think this is where you stand out above others, especially with lockdown, with COVID. Loads of people have thought, right, they need to change what they do, and because they do social media for personal, they think they can then offer it as a service to businesses, and it's a big jump to understand it. You need specialists. Mm-hmm. Now, can I ask Justyna, because like you were saying, Beata, Justyna, you work with corporate large companies the same as I do. Can you give us, are you allowed to share some of the brands you've worked with? I know most of us sign a non-disclosure order when we're working with corporate, but I want to flag just how much wonderful experience people get when they work with you, ladies. So can you share some of the companies you've worked with?
Justyna, zrozumiałaś? Nie słyszymy cię. Jesteś wymutowana.
Nie do końca.
Tak samo jak i ty, pracuję z różnymi dużymi też organizacjami i wie, że czasami trzeba podpisać tą klauzulę poufności i tak dalej, ale czy są jakieś, czy możesz podać jakieś przykłady, na przykład marek, czy firm, z którymi pracowałaś dla...
Tak, mogę podać. Za chwileczkę otworzę własną stronę i sprawdzę, bo na stronie mam napisane marki, z którymi pracuję on my websites.
Yeah, so she's going to use, yeah, definitely. Okay, in Poland to są bardzo znane marki w Polsce, jak Very well known.
Przepraszam bardzo, Bricomarché, tego typu duże marki, duże brandy, ale w Polsce pewnie znane.
It's very like big brands in Poland, well known on Poland market.
Tak, taka marka Quest, która jest znana właśnie z nauki języka angielskiego.
Another one, it's Quest. That's very well known from like education platform for like learning English.
Yeah. Tak, i uczy też menadżerów różnego stopnia, 120,000 subskrypcji na YouTubie. Kobiecy punkt widzenia, Ania Bikowska, 150,000 osób na
Powoli wróć. I have to stop her like slowly. So it's definitely Justyna is working with like, you know, the top managers of many companies as well.
No tak, pracuję z ludźmi, którzy mają duże zasięgi na Facebooku. Głównie to są w tej chwili marki komunikujące się w języku polskim.
Mostly her field, it's working with brands communicating in Polish.
Tak, pracuję z trenerami, z freelancerami, z prawnikami,
Yeah, she works with lawyers, trainers, freelancers.
I mean, this is what I want to. I want to actually show people the wonderful experience they're getting just listening to this episode. That there's so much information that all of us can bring for brand, and it's showing people to take care, who to reach out to, and know that they're working with a strong company that understands brand, because our brands are precious. We need to keep them safe. And when we do work with people, we need to know that we can trust them, which is so wonderful, because you ladies are so brilliant at what you do. So it's lovely. This is why I wanted to share so much of the approach. I mean, can you share some of the packages that you offer? So when people are listening, and I say to the listeners, as you're listening to this episode, take notes. We will be sharing all the different ways that you can connect with Justyna and with Beata. But can you give us an idea of the sort of options that packages that you offer to your
clients? Yes, you definitely. We would like to invite you on our website, your personal brand creators, and you can see all our packages, our service, what it's available. But of course, we work with organization and individuals on the personal brand. We definitely what we can offer, it's really, I will say, like to review your online platforms, to really find out, you know, where are you, what could be done differently to make sure you've got more followers or your messages are more clear. We're going to, you know, one of the next, what we would like to invite you, it's a master class. It's really, because we would like to focus on small group of people, because as you know, if you've got someone, when you've got support network, and when you've got space safe, when you can say as a professional, because people think like, if I will show humanity, I will lose authority. So they don't want to always, you know, it's difficult to talk about your own struggles, but we really would like to connect people like leaders, business owners, because business life, it's unpredictable, and that's normal to have good and bad days, or to face some difficulties. So really the master class, or that's what we're going to do, it's really to focus on your personal and professional brand. It will be we want to focus to help you really to show up and be more visible on international market. Because now, as you know, thanks to technology, we don't have borders. The online borders don't exist. So you can really work from every single point of the world with other people. And it's really to find the best way to be visible, to connect with people, to communicate with people, and not to forget about you as a person.
Yeah.
Because as you know, health, it's not everything, but without health, everything becomes nothing. So we really would like to make sure people are in safe environment and they will share experience, difficulties, and we will learn from each other. Because if I can learn from someone's experience, I wouldn't make those mistakes.
Yeah.
So it's really like, sharing, it's caring. So this is why we want really to share experiences, knowledges, and most importantly, to connect people. Because I think that's the best way. One of the business doesn't exist separately. What you need, it's really a company. You need to be visible. And one of the beauty of online world, it's really like, to work in partnerships or to be visible on other platforms or to become as a guest in different companies. And sometimes you are really looking for specialists, but you don't know where to find them. So our idea is really to create a platform when we will get lots of different specialists from different parts of this world.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And we strongly believe like every single of us has a personal brand. It doesn't matter if you've got your own company or if you work for anyone, because even like working in organizations, the future it's ahead. You can promote, you can move on career ladder. So it's again about your brand, how your employer will see you or how you will show up in front of them.
Oh, this is.
And as a mother, as a sister, as a woman, as a friend, you've got your brand as well.
Yeah. And that's a very key point, because when you look at people that are in a corporate career, say, and they don't necessarily want to work for themselves, brand is still important. Because if you're doing a personal development plan, and when you're speaking to your line managers, if you understand your personal brand, you understand your wealth, and that is a way to actually help you build on the career ladder. Ladies, how would you approach that from a corporate point of view? If you were saying to someone, how would you looking at career improvement or sort of to move further? Would you, what you've said, Beata, that just gave me like a eureka moment where I thought, yes, if you understand your personal brand, you know how to sell yourself, no matter what situation you're in.
Mm-hmm. I will ask Justyna, w organizacji, tak? Czy w świecie korpo, czy w organizacji, jeśli chcesz po prostu wspinać po drabince kariery, i co jest najważniejsze właśnie, bo Per mówi, że zrozumiała, że po prostu rozumienie siebie samego, siebie jako brandu, że wtedy, kiedy się zaprezentujesz swojemu pracodawcy, to on dostrzeże to w tobie, co ty mu chcesz zaprezentować. Jak podchodzimy do pracy w organizacjach, jeśli chcemy właśnie, żeby pracownik tworzył swoją markę osobistą i miał szansę na rozwój.
Samoświadomość daje nam większą pewność siebie. W szczególności dotyczy to kobiet, które mogą dzięki temu prosić o więcej pracodawcę.
Okay, I have to stop here. So it's really like the self-awareness, it's the key. And especially like for us as women, self-awareness, it's the big step to gain our confidence as well, to ask for more. Even if you're working in an organization, as a woman, you feel quite strong to say, like, I know my value, I do understand, who I am, and I can ask for more, and I can move on.
Mhm. A z drugiej strony, jeśli mamy na stanowiskach, niższych stanowiskach kilka osób, które możemy awansować, to wygrywa ta osoba, niezależnie od płci, która wnosi większą wartość do życia organizacji, ale też pokazuje tą wartość na zewnątrz. To wtedy mówimy o employer brandingu, o takim brandingu pracodawcy, którego budują pracownicy. I jeśli na przykład
Poczekaj. Stop. So it's about really like, so that's what we mentioned. The first example was about women, like, the self-awareness, confidence, self-esteem. And the second one, it's, for example, like when you've got different people, and like they can progress. It doesn't matter about the sex. It's you've got them. So definitely the employer will choose the one who will promote the organization brand as well. They will show up not only as a good person inside, but also will take the values of the organization values, the culture outside.
Tak, bo jeśli osoba, która buduje markę osobistą, pokazuje się na LinkedInie, na Facebooku w sposób merytoryczny, to ona nie tylko podnosi wartość pracodawcy na zewnątrz, ale także swoją w oczach pracodawcy. I to
Oh yeah. So if you've got if you present yourself as a specialist, as a brand for example, on LinkedIn, so it's the additional value not only for yourself as a person, but it's the big additional value for your employer as well, to see who is working in my organization. I've got really good people, strong people. I've got strong brands in my organization. I've got leaders.
Yeah. Oh, this is wonderful. These are golden nuggets, pearls of wisdom. Absolutely wonderful. Because quite often employees that can represent everything you've shared, they become fantastic brand ambassadors. So when you understand brand, you then get your workforce to amplify your brand message, because like you say, if they understand vision and values and they know exactly what the company stands for, they are your best advocate.
That's the best ambassadors, exactly. And if it's like, big organizations, corporate, or even small businesses, when you've got couple, it doesn't need to be big.
Yeah.
If you've got people who really trust you and they believe in you, they can really connect with you, they can feel it, like the mission, vision, that's what connect us, and they can see like the value in it. And it's, of course, so that's the best ambassadors for every single employer.
And also your clients, like the people that will be listening to this episode and then want to reach out and work with you, your future clients become your best brand ambassadors, because
of course. Yes, our clients are our best ambassadors.
So, ladies, when you say that, when you're talking about brand, can you give me one? And I know one is very hard, but if we're thinking about brand, what is the one most important thing you need to understand?
Justyna? Jedna najważniejsza rzecz, tak? Jeśli jest o marce, to co musisz zrozumieć na temat marki? Taki jeden tip, jeden przekaz.
Marka to ty i wszystko, co robisz, tak naprawdę świadczy o tobie.
So I can see it like from both of us. So the personal brand, it's you, and everything what you do means a lot, and really means represents your own brand.
Yeah.
All your actions, everything, that's you.
Oh, this is perfect. I can see the hour is almost up. We've only got probably about 10 minutes left. So what I'm going to ask, where do you see yourselves in the next 6 to 12 months? Where would you like to be, and how can the listeners help you to get there?
Co byśmy chciały w następnych 6-12 miesiącach?
Gdzie siebie widzimy?
Gdzie siebie widzimy? Cieszę się, że poznałam Beatę i dzięki temu to, co robię w Polsce, na bardzo wysokim poziomie, może iść w świat. Beata jako mój ambasador może to pokazać światu i mam nadzieję, że w ciągu najbliższych 6-12 miesięcy po pierwsze ja będę mówić po angielsku, a po drugie będę mogła edukować światu pokazywać, jak bardzo ważny jest człowiek i w tym człowieku marka osobista.
Oh gosh, I have to translate this. so yes, Justyna, it's like pleased to, she's happy to work. She's happy, like she met me on her way and for everything we do together, and her hope, because she's well-known brand creator in Poland, so she strongly believes me as her ambassador as well. We can move together. And definitely, we are already working on international branding. So we can see us being part of other people's lives. And the big hope is in 6 months, she will feel confident to speak to you, Paul, on her own.
Well, that's definitely going to happen, Justyna. I can't wait for us. I mean, this is the first of many interviews we're going to do. And I mean, anyone that listens to my podcasts, I do use the spiritual side. You can see that from a Pearls of Wisdom brand. And I think the universe brought us together because the three of us ladies have that information. I can see us doing things together in the future because we complement each other in the brands that we use and our understanding of brand, of communication, and how to actually get personal or business branding to such an extent that you amplify your message and it becomes an international thing and everyone can reach out. Really do.
Thank you. Yes. And as you know, yes, it's always pleasure, Per, to be your guest. And yes, everything what you do, resonates with me, definitely. And we're going, I think it's the best time even like to invite people for the fantastic weekend ahead, the first weekend of May, when I'm going to take active part in Per's retreat weekend.
Yes, we're doing Pearls of Wisdom, runs every 6 months. So this next retreat is on the 1st and 2nd of May 2021. And we have panel interviews, we've got exhibitors, we've got sponsors, and we've got attendees. You can be a sponsor and an attendee and an exhibitor. You can just attend, and the panels will cover business, spirituality and well-being, and we have a single topic and everyone gets involved and shares their knowledge.
And people definitely will get the opportunity to ask more direct question about personal brand if they wish to. Yes, so it's going to be fantastic weekend. And I think May, it's like with April. I think April and May, it's really the meaning of the spring. It's like, it's a time to start something new. It's time to say goodbye the dark days and to say, life, it's beautiful, and just make it beautiful, because everything what you have, it's important, and everything what you need, it's in you.
Oh, this is wonderful. And I'm not going to let either of you ladies go without sharing the titles and your books, because you are both authors. So can you both share your books and titles? And I will make sure in the description I share the link so if people can reach out and actually purchase.
Yes, so my book, The Invisible Mask and How to Reveal the Beauty Within. So it's going to, I'm working on the 2nd edition now, because I really would like to add more information and more stories about, how I'm still probably taking the beauty, how I'm finding the beauty in me and people around me, my clients, and more about personal branding as well. But Justyna's list is going to be big.
Yes, I wrote 10 books.
Yes, so she's the author of 10 books.
Personal branding and business online.
Yeah, so personal branding and business online, and definitely the plan. It's because it's in
translate in English.
Yes. So it's going to be in English.
Yes,
because now it's in Polish, but it's definitely
in my shop, online shop.
And it's available in.
So definitely, Justyna, once it's in English as well, please let us know and we will share it far and wide, because I know the bulk of my network will understand the English version, but I just want to share your message as far as I possibly can. You ladies are wonderful. You really are wonderful. And it means so much to me that we've managed to do this interview in a whole bilingual thing. This is a first, and it's showing people we can do it. We can reach a larger audience by doing this. And we all learn from it, and we get to hear your wonderful message.
Yes, and it's about really like progress, not perfection. We don't need, it's of course, English, it's not my first language, it's not Justyna's first language, but if people really want to connect with you, they will. Yes. And it doesn't mean if you make small mistakes. I think that's the beauty of you as well. Different accent, different words, sometimes could be funny. I don't want to say inappropriate, but that's the beauty of it. Yes. So
we show that borders not exist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't have any boards. Online work, it's open, and it's we are the people of this planet. So that's the beauty, because we can connect right now with everyone, everywhere.
Yeah, and this is where, all right, the listeners, you can only hear the words we're speaking, but you can also hear the passion and the love, no matter what language is being used. We're sat here and we're recording on Zoom, and we're three women with the biggest smiles as we've been doing this interview. And that the connection, when you connect with your eyes and you connect through the smile, it doesn't matter. That's the one language that doesn't change throughout the whole world, and that is so special. It really is.
You can feel it. Definitely.
I'm going to bring this interview to a close. I am so grateful for both of you wonderful, wonderful ladies for taking part. And I look forward to inviting you both back shortly to hear how the business is growing. And like I say, Justyna, when your books are coming out in English as well, let us know. We can shout it from the rooftops. But all of these details will be put in the description of the podcast. I might well put the podcast out first. So anyone listening to the podcast as it goes live, come back again, because we'll be putting the content in the description later. So we've got all the links of how to reach out to these special ladies, where you can buy the books and where you can get to know them more. So thank you both.
Thank you so much for your invitation, and it's a pleasure to be your guest as always.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for listening to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast. We hope you have enjoyed the content shared. Please share with others who would like to enjoy these interviews and discussions. If you would like to support the podcast, please follow the link in the episode description. If you want to be a guest on the show, reach out and let's discuss next steps. Until the next time, enjoy your listening.